That's just a teaser of what to expect at the end of the program. Our visiting guest here on this Africa Day is Mozambican singer-songwriter Isabel Novella, and she's going to be playing us out this morning with her beautiful, beautiful voice. Well, continuing on our Africa Day theme, the new Partnership for Africa Development, that's NEPAD, is an initiative that was set up to channel Africa's economic and political renewal. In a dialogue held in Ethiopia in March, NEPAD leaders observed the organization's milestones in areas such as agriculture, technology, health and policy. On the other hand, there's been a lot of criticism leveled at NEPAD that it has not achieved what it set out to do. Now, to reflect on the role NEPAD has played in its 11 years of existence, Dr. Genovese Ogiogio, Special Advisor to the NEPAD CEO, is with us in studio. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much.
What would you say is the relevance of NEPAD in Africa today?
The relevance of NEPAD is still very much intact in the sense that as long as we have development challenges, as long as we have the need for growth and development to address our shortcomings in capacity development, to grow agriculture, to ensure that we have the political environment for growth and development, NEPAD will remain very relevant to the African development programs.
But what are the difficulties that NEPAD goes through in order to do its work?
Yes, NEPAD is a program. It is currently being implemented by the NEPAD agency. So we want to distinguish between the NEPAD as a program and the agency, which is an organ, an arm of the African Union, which is responsible for the implementation of the program, facilitating, actually coordinating implementation of the program. In terms of the program itself, there are three key challenges that I want to identify. The first has to do with funding. You need adequate resources to be able to implement effectively the NEPAD program. If you look at projections currently, you'll find that sustainable development in Africa will require about 200 billion US dollars per annum. And if you look at the agricultural component that NEPAD program is currently spearheading through CADAP, you require investment of about 8.5 billion annually. Infrastructure development will require 93 billion per annum. And then, of course, you've got to build capacity on the continent to be able to implement these activities. And that will require about 5.4 billion annually.
Yeah.
So in terms of resources, we have considerable challenges in the implementation of the NEPAD program. And then secondly, of course, you've got to have the capacity to implement the program.
Okay.
Countries are severely short of capacity, and we need to invest in this area.
I'm going to speed you along because we're running out of time.
Absolutely.
What is that third challenge?
And then thirdly, of course, cooperation among countries. Since NEPAD deals largely at the regional level, you need to get cooperation amongst countries to ensure that regional infrastructure programs are effectively implemented.
So there are a lot of challenges in NEPAD's way, but
Absolutely.
I mean, is this really hampering your work? And because there are critics out there that saying that NEPAD's role is not really, it's not significant.
No, NEPAD's role is very significant, especially if you look at the results so far. I think the problem has to do with the extent to which we've been able to disseminate the results so far achieved. Through NEPAD, for instance, the Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program has been able to engage about 42 African countries.
Yeah.
30 of these countries currently have signed the CADAP compacts. And if you look at the statistics from the Global Agriculture and Food Security Program, you find that the NEPAD compact has been able to generate close to about 300 million US dollars from the GAFS program out of a commitment of about 900 million. So with 30 African countries currently on CADAP, we will say that there has been significant success in the implementation of the agricultural development program. Look at the results from Rwanda, for instance. Before Rwanda came into the CADAP in 2007, the growth rate in agriculture was less than 1%. Today, it's above 10%.
Let's leave it on that note, an optimistic note, and hoping that a lot more countries will have that.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry to end it now because I know there's so much more to talk about. Dr. Genevieve Ogiogio from NEPAD, who is the advisor to the NEPAD CEO, joining us here on Morning Live, talking about the relevance of the new Partnership for Africa Development. That is NEPAD in this day and age. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And a very good Africa Day to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's take a break very quickly. News and weather, and then we've got that play out for you, so stay tuned.